Hello, Noah.
Oh, hey.
I heard a prank call today that Sal and Richard on the Howard Stern Show made that made me laugh so fucking hard. Sometimes those guys, I mean, I love Sal and Richard, but sometimes they knock it out of the park so fucking good. Rocco, do you remember when Maria Menounos was on the show? Yeah. And she kept saying, Noah! Yeah. Yes! Yeah. Every time he asked her, like, questions about sex and stuff, because he was talking to her husband as well, and they were getting, like, into, like, some pretty racy topics, and she just kept going, yelling at her husband, or boyfriend, actually, Noah! To stop. She was saying no, but she had this weird, like, where is she from, Jersey or something?
I actually might have seen that.
She had some weird, like, affect to the way that she said stuff, and it was very Valley Girl. And Sal and Richard cut together all the audio of her going, Noah! 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 And, like...
That's me.
They called a guy named Noah, and it's just this old man answering the phone, and he's going, hello, this is Noah. Noah! Yes, this is him. Noah! Yes, this is Noah. What are you calling for? Noah. Noah! Noah! Yes, this is Noah. What do you need? I'm busy. And the guy's getting so mad. And then she just keeps going, honey, honey, honey! Dude, I don't know. They had the best sound clips, and this guy was totally fooled.
You should say that whenever I call in.
I will. I'm going to get a Maria Menounos soundboard.
Let's do it.
I don't even know who the fuck that lady is, but I like her. She hosts stuff?
She's on, like, Entertainment Tonight.
Oh, okay. I just fucking like her interview that I've heard her. I've heard her twice on Stern, and they were both really funny because she's fucking weird. But other than that, I don't know. Is she pretty or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think she is.
Is she? Is she like a Mexican type girl?
No, she's Greek.
Greek? Like what the fuck? Fucking Nuketown just went off on the beach down there. Did you guys see that? Something exploded below me. Anyway, Noah.
Yeah.
Back
hey, I got
the task at hand.
So, I have a question for Rocco a little bit, and you could chime in if you know.
Okay.
So, Rocco, you were talking on the podcast about the Prometheus Blu Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that for my dad, and we've been watching all the bonus features.
Nice.
Did you like well, first of all, did you like the movie as a standalone movie?
As a standalone movie, yeah, tremendously.
Prometheus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, awesome standalone movie.
It's not perfect to me. Like, I walked out of that movie going, well, half of people won't like that, and
yeah, that's why I was checking in.
There's lots of stuff I do not like in that movie, but I felt like the mythological points, all of the
what the fuck,
the interesting shit in that movie outweighed the goofy shit.
I didn't even make it.
Yeah, definitely. And what I was saying about the bonus features was watching those actually made me appreciate a lot of the movie more. Which I already liked the movie a lot, and then we rewatched Alien and made a bunch of connections between the movies. And I mean, it's not perfectly connected, but it's connected in enough ways that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I prefer it personally. I prefer it being the way that it was, and it wasn't having it not be a direct prequel. I think was better. The fact that there's some vague, ambiguous haze over this weird pocket of the universe, and you're not really clear where it is in the alien universe, but...
Exactly, because when I went to go see Prometheus, until pretty much when I left the theater, I thought that was the same planet as Alien, or I was a little bit confused.
Then, like, yeah, you know, I was big on, like, oh, is that LV-426, or... Yeah. Like, and I remember having a lot of discussions with Rocco about, like, yeah, that was this planet, and then this, and then I, like, rewatching it, I've, like, changed my...
Exactly, that's what happened to me.
My theories. But I think that's what makes that movie so good, is, like, I fucking talked about that for months after it came out, and I rewatched it several times and developed new theories on it.
It did, like I said, there's a lot of goofy shit in it, okay, yeah, but the things that it did that were provocative were stronger to me, or they were enough to where I was okay with the movie.
Yeah, and even people who didn't like it, if you look at how much time they actually put into talking about why they didn't like it, it kind of worked both ways.
That's what I liked. That above all else, I did like
No
that
way
it
I was
caused
gonna
so
get
much
there.
discussion, good or bad. Like, people argued over that movie, and to me, that in and of itself is sort of an accomplishment.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
There's so many bad movies nowadays. That could have been another Alien. I mean, it could have just been the aliens chasing people again, and everyone would have gone home and forgot about it. But the fact that that stuck in so many people's craw for good, bad, or indifferent is a kind of a trophy for that movie.
Yeah, and
Good or bad?
I guess this is a small spoiler here, just in case anyone hasn't seen Prometheus. But at the end, at least in the bonus features, they had an extended scene with the engineer and Shaw.
Yeah.
I thought they should have kept that in because that added that element of the engineer being like, oh, this is what we've created.
Yeah, you know, that was cool, and that was a little bit weird they didn't, but they wanted to just get on with the show, and I understand that. And plus, those scenes of him looking around led into him fighting her, and as I was watching that cut scene, I was thinking, this is the finale of the movie.
Why'd you say cutscene?
Oh, because it was a scene that was cut from the movie.
Oh!
Not a cutscene.
I'm only hearing like, the way you said that was like a video game cutscene. I was like,
The
what the fuck
opening
did you say
cutscene of
cutscene?
MGS4.
But the fact that that was almost like that was sort of a better finale than the movie. I mean, that should have been, you know, not that I think they should have kept it, but there's like a battle between her and that thing, and that was really like, wow, this is how a movie should end, like a big climactic thing.
Fuck.
But I see where they were coming from. That it was just a little unbelievable that this little frail girl who just had surgery conquers this titan in a battle. So
That's
I
true.
get what they mean to preserve the whatever of the movie. I get why they cut it. So I wasn't.
Yeah, that's a good point. Although it was a bit silly that in the final version of the movie, she picked up that axe and then dropped it and didn't use it.
Yeah, I mean you could. There's a lot of goofy choices in that movie that are explained by scenes that are cut out.
Yeah.
So whatever, but I liked how it was.
I mean, yeah, great Blu-ray. That's pretty much what I wanted to say.
That's like one of the best Blu-rays I got all year.
Oh yeah, and I got it on Black Friday, so I got it for like $15.
Oh,
the four disc
What a
edition.
deal.
And the 4-disc one, and
I got that one too.
I know people who weren't even that sold on the movie that ended up watching the documentary and were like, hey, it was worth it for that. Like the 4 hour.
Yeah, I still have to watch, in all honesty, like I haven't had time from when I bought it, but
Yeah.
I
actually
still
saw
have to
the
watch
first-
the documentaries, and I haven't even seen those deleted scenes you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely worth watching.
Yeah,
I have
no,
I have the last half an hour left to watch.
I've seen screenshots of them when I was shopping around for the Blu-ray, and I was like, oh my god, that's all I want to watch. And like, I've watched the movie twice because I've just had company over and like thrown it on. But yeah, I haven't had time to like just sit down and watch all the stuff myself.
And you get to see Shaw go, you're just a fucking robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you liked that, or were you kind of like, I'm glad they cut that?
That's a cool last line for a movie, but it didn't tie into the theme of the movie at all.
Yeah.
The way that it is now, it ends with her and this disembodied head that some guy created
Yeah.
having a moment where they're both...
Bonding, almost.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of one
Hey,
line.
let's make the most of it.
It's kind of an inward-looking moment. And the original scene, that's a funny line, but it's her saying, fuck you, I'm important, and then throwing a head into a bag.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not really appropriate, given what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna save, because I'm gonna try to fucking stealth raid this camp. Probably
Hey, Rocco.
it's not gonna work out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just wanted to say there was that one scene also when Wayland was saying, I made David in my own image," which I thought was kind of poetic in a way, with the engineer looking at his creation and then the creation of the human.
Yeah, that was cool, but I feel like I think they handled that better by cutting out what he said.
Yeah, it was actually
I thought
almost better
was
that
in the movie. What?
they released all of that stuff but not in the movie, so you kind of get to see what they wanted to do but didn't put in.
Yeah. I think
It's a good way of doing it, I think.
Yeah, I think they chose the right way though by leaving that part ambiguous. It leaves the debate for really what was so upsetting about that moment, rather than being a little on the nose, you know.
Yeah. And one last little thing they kind of set it up for another movie, and a lot of people have been talking about a sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I don't know. I mean,
ain't that a bad thing?
I think where it ended is...
It's happening, right? It's called Paradise? Paradise?
Oh. Is it actually happening, though?
Yeah,
I didn't look into it.
Ooh, I could get a vantage from that fucking hilltop, and I could just sniper the shit out of all these guys.
Oh, yeah, that could be really good or not so good, but we'll see.
Where it ended kind of left on a note where maybe she's on a completely desperate search that will have no ending, and that will be the death of her and whatever. I mean, it's almost grim, kind of, and I think that's fine as an ending, but I also think it could just as easily continue and we see cool shit, you know, so.
Yeah.
I think either way it's fine. Personally.
Alright, sweet. Hey, well, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Hey, thanks for calling in.
Thank you very much.